and friends. We like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that we're on, the Wurundjeri and the Bunwurrung of the Kulin Nation. The song's called Rosewater. We hope you're vibing at home. Home edition. burn. I don't want it to burn. No. Do you light up in a fire on the side of an iPhone till like candles orange and yellow? I don't want you to burn. I don't want you to burn. I don't want you to burn. No.
Way together. I don't see any hype. I don't see any people asking questions in the donations. I don't see any people helping out our sub list. I don't see any people excited. I don't see any people like, oh my God, you're the most consistent producer on Twitch. Look at this 2-a-days. I don't see any people saying, Kenny, where are those free plugins at? I have free plugins for y'all, but I need excitement. I don't know. I'm gonna just keep doing my thing. Y'all keep doing your thing. Maybe we'll intersect at some point. Boop. Okay, we got Ableton going. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Holy fucking shit. God, that's loud. Turn everything way up. Jeez. Another Ben Bryan with the 5 subs. Say thank you to everybody gifting subs.
to keep it in key. Fuck. Let's figure it out. We'll just try our best. Try our best. That's all we can do is try our best. Pretty good. Pretty good. What the fuck? Oh, because the key is wrong. Fuck. Sorry. Brought it down, what? Down 4. Sorry. F, E, E flat, D. Well, that's not right either. Hold on. If it's 2, 3, 4. Oh shit. Okay. Pew, pew,
Thank you for the subs. 9 instruments. I can't even sing one note. Boo, beep, boo. Two streams in one day. I'm giving y'all a lot. I'm giving y'all a lot. I'm giving away a lot. Someone said this beat simultaneously gave me and cured my depression. I'm sorry. Just how I was feeling right now. You see, when I started playing piano, I was playing something happy. But it turned into this. I'm sorry. I was going to do some fucking Marvin Gaye shit, and then I lost track. Let's get a little bit of light in here so you can see my handsome face. How's everybody doing? Thank you, another Ben Bryan, for the subs. Thank you, S Ready 13 for the subs. Thank you, everybody who's been gifting all day today. Thank you, Another Dan Bob, being our biggest gifter of the week. Thank you, Porygon, Kenny is hot. What is hot in Geck? So I can't even read this. Kenny, have you talked about the Korg M1 yet? Is it in a VOD? I want to see what you think about it. Love the stream and shout out to the Discord. No, I haven't really talked about the M1 that much yet. I played the Seinfeld bass. Fucking love that keyboard though. It's over there. Should have used it on this beat. I didn't think about that. Could have done it. I just played some piano. I just played some guitar. Played a little bit of the Moog. What else do we put on this beat? Nothing. Just feeling the vibe. How's everybody doing today? I had a session, but some drama happened. My session got moved. It's going to be at another time now. I have a meeting in an hour from now. But I just thought, why not pop back on? I wanted to make something while I was waiting for my meeting. Why not make it with y'all here? Someone said, what Moog you got, Kenny? I got a Model D. It's right over there. That's what I was using for the bass sound and for those synth sounds. It was all the Model D. I should have put the camera on so y'all could have seen me sound designing. Yeah, this is cool. So any questions about that before we move on? Any questions about anything I just did? Any questions about anything with the recording, with the plugins? What I did with the piano? Anything at all? Chords? I don't know what chords I played. I can tell you what chords I played. I played F minor 9, to a D flat major 7 to like some kind of like B flat minor 7th type of vibe. That's basically what the chords are. Basically, it's mostly just the F minor 9 to the D flat major 7. That's mostly the chord change. But then there's like one other little bass note. Someone said, how do I learn to play guitar like you? I'm going to try to learn some soul. For me, the shit with guitar is like, whenever you figure out the chord change, that's like not even half the battle. Because every chord change has been used before. So it's like, how you going to play it is always the thing. I've been learning a lot lately from watching a lot of Isaiah Sharkey. And Isaiah Sharkey's favorite guitar player is Spanky Alford. You start learning how these guys pick apart chord changes. They did a lot of shit. Like, for example, what we just did with that chord change just then. We were doing this kind of thing. That's basically the outline of what we were just doing. So this starts in the F minor 9. If it's Ooh. So basically what these dudes do is they add little tricks and techniques. Every time they play a chord, they might play it a different way. For example, if I was going to go like... just to get to that, a flyer way to do it might be... or sorry. And that's really just playing the same thing as playing... but playing the inversion up here, it's something that's like, it's got that fucking D'Angelo thing to it. There's just little embellishments that you can do to make shit feel flyer. And that's the thing that I'm always, when you see me stressing about something, it's never like, unless I can't figure out a chord, I'm never stressing on what the chord change is. I'm stressing on what to play to make it more interesting. You know what I mean? So like, with this chord change, if they're playing... or let's just say we're playing. It's already a good chord change. But to make it a little bit more interesting, you could do... ooh. It's like just shit in between. That's not really doing anything different than doing this. You know what I mean? But all I'm doing is I'm going up to it. It's like it's really just outlining the same chord change a different way every time you do it. Just doing different things. Even with the same chord, playing the same chord in a different spot or a different way, or adding the first. Even if you play the same chord in the same spot, the first time do a. So. Then maybe the second time you do. Whatever the fuck, or maybe you do. You start making it a little theme. You start doing little licks throughout your playing. That's my favorite kind of guitar parts. Am I doing a great job of it right now? No, but I know where they are and I know what I want. And that's why whenever I'm with like an Alex or I'm with a Tom, like you'll see me do things. Like there were so many things I was doing yesterday with them where I was like, yo, can you just add like some of those little thirds, kind of D'Angelo little licks in between, or can you do like a Spanky Alford like kind of inversion for this one spot? Like I know from playing all this stuff my way, when I'm with an unbelievable guitar player, like, yo, try this, do this little lick up here. Can you play it in this register? Can you da-da-da-da? That's the point for me as a producer of like continuing to get better, is to be even better when it comes to the people I'm working with. But I definitely am very into like neo soul guitar, R&B guitar, soul guitar. Someone said, how do you stop only playing pentatonic? I think it's not just about, I'm not too good at, if someone's like take a solo or do a lead line, I think in pentatonic, but then I think like, how can I get away from it? It's just additions of little notes. You know what I mean? Like say pentatonic, say you're just playing, if you're playing pentatonic in A, that's A minor pentatonic, right? You start adding. Some of those licks. Bunch of those notes are not in there, but if you know when to play, in my mind, it's like when to play happy, when to play sad, when to play a note that hurts, when to play a note that feels good. That's kind of how I think about it. So I know, like, if I'm playing something and an A minor pentatonic is what's working, but I need something a little sadder, I might reach for this note right here. This scale degree. I wish I should be able to tell you what fucking scale degree that is. So I guess that would be an A major, that'd be a sharp 5. I don't want to start giving you the wrong fucking scale degrees and shit. But the point is just knowing where to reach for notes that aren't in the pentatonic scale to give yourself a little more feeling in certain keys or in certain songs. That's really all it's about for me. I'm not too much better than that. I wish that whenever I saw a song, I was like, okay, this is the mode that I can play. This is the 3 different scales I should be using, blah, blah, blah. But that's really not how I think about it. The way I think about it is like, for example, if I'm in, let's say we're in A major. Let's say we're in the key of A major, so your scale would be A major. Or was the Berkeley Waves? There's 2 different ways to finger it. Oh, we said finger it. Good one. So if you're playing A major, say the song is in A major, everything's really happy feeling. A major 7, whatever. It feels kind of like sunny, happy, whatever, and you're in there. Go down 4 from that root note and then play pentatonic in that key. So you're still playing pentatonic, but when you play the relative minor pentatonic in A major, you start to do stuff that sounds like you're not just playing pentatonic, or like you're playing something a little cooler, you're saying something a little more interesting whenever you use a relative key. So maybe sometimes playing just playing licks in a major scale when you're in a minor key, or playing licks in a minor pentatonic when you're in a major key. You're still just doing pentatonic, but that might give you a lot more feeling. So before you just go try to learn every single mode and every single scale and try to do everything different with your soloing, I would just say how to make a couple note changes to make it more interesting, and then how to play relative major, relative minor, so you can do things that might still be the same finger shape that you're used to, but might sound a little more interesting. You know what I mean? Did that help anybody? Did that make sense to any guitar players? Do I sound like an idiot? If you're a smarter guitar player than me, did that make sense? If you're a dumber guitar player than me, did that make sense? That's all that matters. Okay. Someone said helps a shit ton. I'm glad. That trick with the pentatonic shit is a really good one. If you know the major scale that fits in the key, find the root note of the major scale, go down 4, boom, 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 play that pentatonic. You sound fire. Promise. I promise it'll sound fire. Someone said, Kenny, you ever tried amplitude? Yeah, never really liked it, to be honest. Never really worked well for me. The archetype's my favorite thing I've ever used. But the archetype's not super versatile, and like every preset has a fucking wah on it. But besides that, I really like it. Before we go into my donation message got fucked up, I just wanted some tips on why my drums sound so mid. LOL, any techniques or stuff to look for? Also, that beat was so crazy. Do you put reverb on a send or directly for the floaty stuff like that? I put reverb directly on my tracks when I'm making a beat. I use reverb sends when I'm doing vocals, because sometimes I'll have 30 vocals going through the same reverb, and you don't want them all to have separate reverbs because it makes everything muddy. So when I record vocals, I use reverb sends. When I'm making beats, I normally just put reverb on every track. Who knows if that's the right way to do it? That's just what I do. Pori, thank you for the donation. Your drums sounding mid. I don't know. You might need just some swing. You might need some better samples. Those are usually the first 2 things. How you program your drums, how off the grid your drums are, and then what sounds you're using. That's like 90% of it in my experience. Someone said, how's your day going? Hope you're well. I'm good, Nick. Thank you very much. Someone said, FabFilter. What's your go-to plugins there? FabFilter Pro Q3 is the best plugin in the whole world. I'm not even joking. Pro R is like one of my favorite reverbs. Pro C is one of my favorite compressors. FabFilter is really unfucking believable, to be honest. Someone said, do you send your guitar through a preamp before it hits the computer, or is it straight DI? It goes into a DI box, then into a preamp, then into the computer, actually, the way I was doing it just now. But a lot of the times I'm just recording my guitar into a preamp, into the computer, or there's 2 microphones recording my amp that go into a preamp, into the computer. So there's always a pre, but sometimes there's a DI box before the pre. Someone said, thanks for being you. You're welcome. Everybody donating, I appreciate you, I appreciate you, I appreciate you. Tempest Beats gifting subs, that's Ready gifting subs. Someone said, what's your favorite guitar of yours? At the moment, this PRS is unbelievable. I gotta be honest.
Something about this fucking guitar. It just feels so fun to play, and it's a little small for me, which is fun. Someone said, why do you hate UAD, Kenny? I think UAD makes amazing plugins, but I don't like the way the company treats creators, and I also don't like Console. Their main their main program you have to use to organize everything with your ins and outs on your computer, I think it's a shit program. It doesn't work really well. There's problems with it at studios all the fucking time. Even if you save a certain preset and you give someone the preset and they upload it, there's always some kind of driver issue. There's always like some input that's not connecting. Console has caused me more issues in studios than almost any other software or hardware. Just that program that comes with UAD. And then when it comes to UAD dealing with people who make music, they don't fuck with people who make music. Like, to be real, in my experience with companies, not just being generous and like giving away stuff and just being there to help. Like, let's say somebody is working on the biggest artist in the world. You're working on Kanye, you're working on Adele, you're working on, someone said 3 years only running Console at Fitted Studios in Atlanta, no problems. Morgan, I can't tell you how many issues I've had with Console. Once you move out of your one studio where everything's working and you have your shit set up and you try to just run your computer with all your UAD ins and outs somewhere else at someone else's studio, it's always a problem. Always. There's just so many times where there's even just an outdated driver becomes a 30-minute situation. And if you're someone who runs a studio, Morgan, and you're sitting there and you got an extra like hour, 2 hours to figure out the problem, or you have engineers that can do that, I feel you. But for me in a session, when something happens more than 10 times and it's holding me up from making music, I'm done. I can't fuck with it anymore. Another thing, just so you know, I used UAD for years and years and years. The only thing I had in this studio, and you guys first saw the studio, was UAD. But the thing about it is, all the people I know who know the most, and you guys, as you know, as you can see from some of the gear I have and some of the people who come into the stream chat, whether it's a Marshall Terry or a Coral Audio or Apogee or Neve or SSL or any of these companies, once I did enough research and talked to enough people, I started to realize what's actually inside of UAD products versus what's inside of Apogee products versus what's inside of Antelope Audio products or Focusrite products. Let me tell you something. What you're paying for UAD is not even close to what you're getting. And to pay even less money for Antelope Audio or similar money for Apogee, you're just getting way better converters. You're getting way better insides. The insides of the fucking machine for the same product are completely different at the same price point. I don't fuck with that. The UAD shit has gotten worse, not better. They haven't stepped up their converters and stepped up Console and all these different things. They've only made it harder and harder and harder and harder to get their shit, harder and harder to use Console. And on top of that, the fucking converters sound like shit. If you plug a guitar into the front of one of those UAD things and you listen to what that guitar sounds like versus plugging that guitar into the front of fucking, I don't know, Antelope Audio thing or into a DI box, into a fucking Apogee thing, it's not even close. It's not even close. So if you've already bought UAD stuff, you're the same as me. I bought a ton of it. And they've never given me even a fucking 1% discount, nor producers who are 10 times bigger than me. That's not what I'm mad about. I'm not mad that they're not giving discounts. I'm mad that if you're the biggest producer in the world, engineer in the world, and you're having UAD problems, it takes you 3 weeks to reach them for them to not even give you a solution. I fucking hate that. I think at the top level, what this shit is about is people making good music. So whenever I hear from engineers that are 10 times the size of me, how difficult it is dealing with UAD, and then UAD come to me whenever we're this big Twitch stream during COVID and they're like, oh yeah, we can maybe like give you guys a couple 5% off codes for the fucking chat. It's like, come on, y'all are the biggest company making more money than everybody. You don't even support creators. You don't even support the biggest engineers and producers who rep you. I don't fuck with that shit. You guys know how many companies I deal with. I can tell you when a company is not really fucking with creators. I don't know about UAD. We've talked to people from UAD. I've never once felt like they really love all the people who buy their shit. And whenever you're not going to show love or you're not going to show that you're working on these products, I don't know. Like, a lot of people have UAD in here. So I'm not telling you, like, go burn your shit right away. But I switched to Apogee. It's not even close. It's not even fucking close. It's not even close. The way your beats sound when you just listen to your beat through a symphony versus listening to your beat through an Apollo, it's not even close. And y'all are fucking greedy. Y'all have never given even a free fucking plug-in to any big producer, writer, artist, whatever. Y'all are stingy about your fucking shit. And on top of that, like, your console thing sucks. No one's using Luna. There's not one person in the fucking world who wants to use Luna as a DAW. I don't know why y'all are fucking loading up people with Luna like fucking U2 album on an iPad. None of us asked for the UAD DAW. There's not one person in here who uses a UAD plugin who was like, fuck, I wish I could stop using Ableton and UAD would make their own. No one wanted that shit. You're U2ing us. You're putting a U2 album on our phones that we don't want with your stupid ass fucking Luna software, UAD. Fuck y'all. Good. End my licenses. I don't use one UAD plugin. I don't have one Apollo in my house. You can't make my shit malfunction. I don't give a fuck. I don't use one UAD plugin in any of my damn sessions. All y'all do is make reissue shit of fucking emulations anyway. Y'all have never made an original plugin. Name me one UAD original plugin. Name me one UAD plugin where they did it first. All y'all do is just do another Pultec, another fucking emulation of some hardware. Y'all just take a fucking picture of whatever hardware is popular, and then you make the same thing and you put UAD where the logo is, and then you just do a fucking cheap emulation of it. Fuck y'all. This is what we do, is we make music and we listen to music. You're selling shit for people to make music and listen to music with cheap ass shit in it for more money than people who are using better equipment than you, and then you don't even support the people who use your cheap ass shit. I'm good. Shout out to Apogee. They not paying me to do none of this. I'm not even sponsored by anybody. I did a couple things with Apogee because I liked them, because I was so shocked at how amazing their company was and how shit UAD was. If anybody at UAD hears this, I would love to talk. And please, just give me one example of one thing y'all have done to run something for young creatives, what studio you're sponsoring, who you've ever given a single fucking Apollo to, one giant producer who you're helping out get a big album done with support. Just please tell me. Tell me how many giveaways y'all have done the last 2 years, whether for your marketing budget or just to help out producers or help out artists that you work with. Please, UAD, what have y'all done for people who make music ever? It's lame. It's lame. It's lame because I go into every studio and I see UAD everywhere, and they make the cheapest shit. You'll see people make memes about Focusrite stuff, and bro, you're not really getting much better gear in your UAD stuff. The UAD shit just got a shiny cover on it. I'm keeping it funky. Go ask people who know more than me. I'm keeping it funky. Ask someone who knows more than me. Ask someone who clearly knows more than me about engineering. Say, I was listening to Kenny Beats the other day. He was shitting on UAD. Does Apogee make better converters than UAD? Ask that. Ask somebody. Say, does Apogee make better converters than UAD? Does Antelope Audio make better converters than UAD? Are there a bunch of companies that cost less than UAD that have way better products inside of them? Just ask somebody. Ask somebody who runs a studio. Ask somebody who really knows, because I'm just a fucking producer, right? So ask somebody who really, really knows electronics in this shit. They will tell you the same thing. They will tell you UAD has the cheapest shit in it. It's fucking cheap. It's gotten worse, not better. I've spent $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 on UAD. I'm not saying this because I hate them and I've never used it. This was the only thing I used, and someone told me to get rid of it, and I was like, I can't. Someone told me to get rid of my UAD shit, and I was like, why would I get rid of it? Everybody uses it. And then I started looking into it because I got curious, and then I heard an Apogee Symphony in my studio for 5 minutes, and I've never done anything but get mad for all the money I've spent on UAD ever since then. Listen to your music through an Apollo. Listen to your new album, listen to your beats, listen to whatever. Listen to your favorite album. Listen to it through an Apollo, through UAD stuff, and then listen to it going through an Apogee Symphony. And just listen to your beats and just tell me what sounds better. Go do it at a fucking Guitar Center. This is not like a side to pick because of a personal thing. This is not a side to pick because of a money thing or a company thing. It's not even like that. The people who work at UAD are probably good people, but the way they move in the industry comparatively to so many other companies, I think it's bullshit. I think the products are getting worse and they're lying about them. I think the plugins are the only great thing UAD does is the plugins, because they do make great plugins. But y'all remaking emulations of old gear ain't nothing to fucking write home about. No offense. Like, it would be much better if you guys put effort into stop making a new version of the fucking same plugin that there's hundreds of versions of, and put some better converters in your fucking interface. Someone said this feels personal. When I spend thousands of dollars on a company that's giving me cheap shit, it's personal. But here's the thing. A lot of people in this chat barely have money to sub to Twitch. People on this chat barely have money to buy the equipment. You guys can't be spending $2,500 on some cheap shit when you could spend $2,000 and get something better. I'm mad whenever I spend money on something. Guys, think of it this way. We've done $250,000 worth of giveaways on this stream. $250,000. Ask about me. Go look at the VODs. Go reach out to all the winners. We give away thousands of dollars worth of gifts on this stream every single week. Look at how many companies. Name the companies that have given stuff away in the stream. Not just plugin companies. The Rolands, the Korgs, the Teenage Engineerings. Reverb gifted stuff on our stream before. Like, think about how many big companies I've been the broker for you guys to the big company. Anything you can think of. Any software company you can think of. Hardware companies you can think of. Don't you think I've probably talked to everybody at some point? I've given you guys Soundtoys plugins, Waves plugins, Shure microphones, fucking Roland synthesizers and drum machines, anything you can think of. This shit makes no sense to me. Whenever I'm not even some giant producer or some fucking person to worry about, but because of what I do for producers and because of my place in production, we have relationships with every company. We have relationships with any company you can think of. And if we don't have a relationship with them, trust me, someone at the companies I work with has a relationship with them. So right now, if I'm like talking to the guys at Neve and I want to meet someone at SSL, they're not going to be like, oh, well, that's our competitor. Da, da, da. I've had Royer microphones introduce me to AEA microphones. You know what I mean? Like, I've had all these companies give me insight on all these other companies. And I just don't understand why we all show UAD so much love when they don't show love to any other company or any creator or even the production community as a whole. They just don't. It's just like how they move as a company ain't it. Gotta be real. There's no outreach. There's no fucking marketing budget. There's no presence in studios. There's no support. Like, whenever you hear about certain companies, people in the industry will tell you about, hey, this person from this company is the best. Like, if you know anything about iZotope, you know Dave from iZotope is the fucking man. Like, if you know anything about Antares, you know Cord from Antares is the fucking man. There's certain people, like, this is just how it is in the pro audio industry. Everybody knows who the person is at every company. You know, if you know about Apogee, you know who Betty is. You know what I mean? If you know about these companies, you know who it is. There's no UAD person that everybody rocks with. That's another bad sign. Like, there's not, like, if you're a person who gets Fenders, everybody who's gotten a Fender, everybody who does stuff with Fender knows Jason. And you're like, oh, Jason's the best. There's always a person. There's always, like, if I hit Mike Dean and I'm like, yo, Mike, my speakers are fucked up. You got somebody at this speaker company? He's like, oh, yeah, you got to meet Dave. He's the homie. There's nobody at UAD. There's nobody that I've ever heard any giant producer or small producer say, oh, yeah, I met blah, blah, blah from UAD. They were mad cool. They've been helping me out. There's no outreach. Ugh, I fucking hate it, bro. They taking your money. They took my money. That's why I'm rambling so long. It's because, like, you took my money. Y'all won. Y'all got me. If you got me, you're going to get everybody in this chat. Imagine the only free shit they're giving out is to Eric Clapton, or like somebody canceled. Ugh. Okay, we can go next subject. I'm sorry. We can move on. That shit just triggers me, bro. Too many people spending fucking $5,000 outfitting their studio with UAD shit. Ugh. This is not a personal vendetta. Go look it up. Go look this shit up and tell me if I'm crazy. Look this info up and tell me if I'm crazy. Tell me if Apogee doesn't make better quality shit that lasts longer with better stuff inside of it. Tell me. Just go look into all this, please. Research it as deep as you can. If I'm wrong, I'd love to be wrong. Someone said what brands are good to look out for. Apogee really just is the shit. Apogee is great. Antelope Audio is great. Focusrite makes some great stuff for a smaller price point. UAD is the most popular. It's the number one most popular, and it feels like such a fucking conspiracy. Like, it's not the best shit. They're the least helpful. They don't show love to artists, but we all fuck with it the most. Why? It don't sound the best. If it sounded the best and they were assholes, fine. There's certain companies that just like their shit is so good, even if they never fuck with any artist, it doesn't matter. Like Neumann microphones, bro. If Neumann microphones or Telefunken never give out a free thing, it's like we're gonna stop using Neumann microphones. No way. There's no way in hell that people are gonna stop using Telefunken microphones or Neumann microphones, even if they've never given away a single free thing. I'm not saying they haven't. I'm just saying no one would stop using it. UAD, your shit ain't even good. Like, your plugins are amazing. I gotta stop saying that category. Your plugins are amazing. It would be a loss to lose your plugins. But dog, like, maybe just do software. Maybe y'all should just do software. Like, just make another fucking Pultec every 3 years. Change the fucking color of it or some shit. Like, your plugins are amazing. I will say that. But fuck that fucking interface. Fuck all them interfaces. And fuck Luna. If you can show me one person in the whole world making music with Luna, I'll quit. If you can show me one person in the universe who's ever made a song that's got like come out in the world on Luna, I will quit. I'll quit. You can have all my social media. I heard that you need 30 iLocks and you have to play those as the MIDI if you want to use Luna. There's not one person in the world that uses that shit. There's no one. Someone said your career is safe. There's not a damn person in the world that pops that shit open and starts programming drums. Nobody. This is the most angry I've ever been about a music company except the Lumatone. The Lumatone, that pissed me off in a different way though. Lumatone pissed me off because it's just a bad product overall. At least UAD has one good product. They have their fucking plugins. Oh, Drip plugin too. Drip plugin was awful. What a bad era. Drip plugin, bro. You know how many people in this chat secretly have the Drip plugin on their computer? I know every time y'all scrolling through your plugin names and you're like, Native Instruments, Sound Toys, Waves. Every time y'all see Kyle Beats over there, I know you regret that shit. There's so many of y'all that bought the Drip plugin and thought no one was gonna find out, and now you got to see Kyle Beats in that plugin list every goddamn day. I know you do. Someone said, "What about that new Rhodes?" Damn, I've actually gotten mad about a lot of shit, huh? That new Rhodes is bullshit. Why are they charging $11,000 for? All right, I don't need to get into it. That Rhodes shit is fucking bullshit, though. The Rhodes starts at $9,000. I don't need to go into it. But they charging $10,000 for Rhodes right now. The fuck? Thank you for the subs, Bob. Unbelievable. Someone said that was a crazy rant. Yeah, pretty wild vibe on stream today. Just come right on stream, say nothing, cook up for an hour, and then just yell about UAD for 30 minutes. It's pretty chill. Is there anybody who's shocked by that? I don't think anybody's really shocked that that's the vibe. Someone said it's Waves better than Antares Autotune. Some people use that Waves pitch correct shit. I like Autotune just because it's the classic thing people are used to. Someone said favorite vibe, TBH. You guys are assholes. You guys are assholes. What is this beat that I made? I made a little thing before. There's no drums on it. It's just a little idea. Ooh, that's kind of big. need more of this guy. Y'all want to hear the longest backseat producer comment of the day? Feels like it needs repeating guitar plucks, building up, following the root notes for the last bit. Hey, what the fuck are you talking about? What artist did you have in mind for this beat? Whenever you were giving me production advice on this thing I just made, what artist did you have in mind? Who did you say? That's the wrong artist. You have no idea what the intention of this is. So how can you tell me what the beat needs? You don't know if this shit is for Cardi, Pitbull, or Shania Twain. Stop trying to tell me what the beat needs. I'll tell you what the beat needs. Y'all got Ricky Martin sessions. I have relevant shit I need to work on. I'll let you know when the beat needs something. Thank you. Thank you for the help. But please, never again. I give y'all 2 streams in one day and a cook-up, and y'all in here backseat producing me?
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
My night is ruined also. Someone said, is it for Shania Twain? No, it's not for fucking Shania Twain. But my point is, it could be for someone you would never think. Someone said, not gonna lie, a Cardi, Shania Twain, Pitbull collab would be fire. Here's your first break of the day. Now everyone gets a break now. Everybody takes to take a breather. Someone said, sounds like Paw Patrol. Hey, your fucking boyfriend's SoundCloud sounds like Paw Patrol, bitch. Stop trying to fucking amp me up.
Summertime got a new drop. Rapper slash, bad bitch. Now she come here, baby mama mad. She said you live like a bitch. Sold 100 pounds and gave 10% to the pastor. Keep going up the ladder. They mad, make them matter. Told my son when I'm gone, you gon' be a rich little bastard. Corners on me hit, leave a bitch dead. All my old bitches feeling salty. Yeah. In my D, I'm talking about why you doubt me. Yeah. When I still miss you, can you call me? I heard that she changed it, she still ballin'. Yeah, she used to bust the script for me at Walgreens. Smuggling narcotics was my calling. Hey, foes on the Mercedes, that's major. Whole gang going crazy, that's major. Millions on the table, that's major. I turned dirt to diamonds, that's major. You searching for fame, I became a superstar in the dope gun. Found out you a hater, I can't look at you the same. She said, can she take a picture with my chain? Got the twin sister, call them Dean Brown. I wish I wouldn't have fucked that bitch, she getting signed. Alex McQueen on me, ain't got a stunt. Turn to the point, my life ain't never been the same. Phones on the Mercedes, that's major. Whole gang going crazy, that's major. Niggas on the table, that's major. Turn dirt to diamonds, that's major. Phones on the Mercedes, that's major. Whole gang going crazy, that's major. Niggas on the table, that's major. Turn dirt to diamonds, that's major. House full of bitches like flavor. They cuts in my thumb, come
My disappointment
Oh yeah.
is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Honestly, that's all true. I got a meeting in like 25 minutes, something like that. A lot of guitar talk today in the chat. We're gonna do a real guitar stream soon. Any guitar players in here? Anybody who's playing guitar more than a year? Let's consider anybody more than a year. Anybody who plays guitar in here for more than a year, or bass? Let's include bass too. Or actually, let's include string instruments. Any people who play stringed instruments? Talking about I'm trying to learn. Did I say people who are trying to learn guitar? No, I said people who have played guitar for more than a year. Does anybody in here use pedals? Does anybody in here use guitar pedals? A lot of you guitar players, I'm sure, have experimented. As you can see over here on the floor behind me, if I move this to the right angle, see where all that stuff's beeping on the floor? See all that shit on like this? That's a pedal board down there. That pedal board is where all my synths go to. And there's a ton of shit on there. I showed you it whenever I made it. But shout out to Smith Array pedal boards. That's a Smith Array pedal board. But it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pedals on it. Starts with 3 Earthquaker pedals. The Aqueduct, the Grand Orbiter, and whatever the chorus pedal is called. It has a Fjord fuzz pedal, which I got hip to from Unknown Mortal Orchestra. It has a Zvex Fuzz Factory. It has a Zvex Lo-Fi Junkie, which is maybe my favorite pedal ever. Then it has a Qtron. It has a Shallow Water from Fairfield Circuitry, which is a very weird pedal. Look it up if you don't remember me talking about it. A Strymon Deco, a Strymon L Capistan or whatever it's called, a Strymon Flint, and then a blooper at the end of that pedal. That's my main pedal board. What goes into that pedal board? Juno 106, Korg Poly 61, Korg M1, Prophet Rev 2, Moog fucking, what is it called? Model D. The organ, which is, what the fuck is the organ called? Filicorda, sorry, I'm high. And then the corner is the Whirly and the DX7. I'm not sure if you can see those, but they're all the way in the corner, the Whirly and the DX7. So that's 8 different keyboards that go into all those pedals. And I can use any one of those pedals with any one of those keyboards. But then I just built this pedal board the other day. Oh, if I can lift it up. I just built this pedal board last week for my guitar shit. What's on this pedal board? Hologram Microcosm, which is like very trippy delay shit, not too different than what we were seeing before with the Habit pedal. This is a wah right here, but this is just like a really small wah pedal. It's kind of hard to see in the blue, but this is a little tiny wah pedal right here. It's like a little baby one, if you can see. Let me get out of the way so you can see it. Can you see it better? It's like a tiny little wah pedal. So there's that. It's called the mini wah. Then I have a MXR Univibe. Do you know what a Univibe is? It's like a very like specific kind of chorus phaser. It's not really chorus, not really a phaser, but it's both. And then this is another Strymon pedal. This is called the Strymon Sunset. There's 2 different A and B sections, and then they have 3 types of distortion on each sections with a tone knob, a drive knob, a volume knob. So a bunch of distortion, chorus phaser thing, wah-wah, weird delay shit. I only use the Fender Spring Reverb for the most part. But this is my guitar pedal board. Over there is my regular synth pedal board. I use both for both, but I tell you all that shit to tell you. One of my favorite pedals, or favorite pedal companies, my favorite looking pedals are Zvex pedals. Have you ever heard of Zvex pedals before? I have 2 of them over there. I own about 4 of them. But they hand paint their pedals. I've been a big fan since I low-key was like 17, 18 years old. And when they first started, they were much harder to get. and they were very, 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 very boutique, and they were very, very, very like rare to see in big popular music stores. You were not seeing them in like Guitar Centers and shit like that unless it was in like the sold case where somebody had traded it in or something. So I made a pedal with Zvex. It's not as exciting as it sounds. This is not a collab with them. I'm not selling a pedal. I made a one of one just for myself, but we made a custom thing because I just wanted a custom thing, and they hand paint their pedals, and they've been known to do custom shit. So I hit them up. Everybody on the stream remembers me showing Daniel Johnston. You guys know I'm a big Johnston head. I have all Daniel Johnston drawings in my house. I have like 8 or 9 Daniel Johnston drawings throughout my whole house. And then obviously I have a bunch of Daniel Johnston cassettes that I've showed you guys on stream before that were very hard for me to find. But Daniel Johnston is just a very inspiring person to me. I think now a lot of people know about him. It's almost like if you were wearing Supreme in 2008 and wearing Supreme now is a very different thing. Daniel Johnston has become very popular, but that's a beautiful thing. Happen to know the person that represents Daniel Johnston's collection and Daniel Johnston's artwork. I've bought a lot of different art from the family, and I just kind of try to support whatever they got going on. So my homie who runs the Daniel Johnston Foundation, I hit him up and I asked him if I could do a Daniel Johnston guitar pedal. I wanted to get their okay and their blessing. I didn't want to just go do this and be showing this all over the internet with all the followers that I have without getting their blessing. So Daniel's foundation and his family gave me a blessing to make a Daniel Johnston one of one guitar pedal for myself, just to make a cool thing for me to have. You guys know how I get. I just like to have a little weird shit in the studio, whether it's the babies or the big synth or the dot synth or the Toda tune or the stylophone, or you guys remember this fucking thing? I like just little weird shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool to me. So I made a one of one Daniel Johnston Don't Overthink Shit Zvex pedal. It's an octave pedal, which means it puts a high octave or a low octave. This is what it looks like. I'm so fucking excited. One of one. Daniel Johnston Don't Overthink Shit Zvex octave pedal. Hand painted. I'm very excited. It's only a couple $100. This wasn't like some $500, $1,000 thing. No, it's not some crazy thing. I just made it and I'm proud of it. And I'm proud that Daniel's family and that Daniel's foundation let me do this. That's just so tight to me that I'm allowed to make a Don't Overthink Shit Daniel Johnston thing. Even if it's a guitar pedal, just the fact that this item is the one Don't Overthink Shit Daniel Johnston official item stamped by the family, that's amazing. That's so tight. So tight. I buy this man's paintings. You have to understand, like, I search for his cassettes. Like, this is someone I really love. This is someone whose music I really, really, really am inspired by. His family allowed me to put his artwork with my logo on this fucking pedal. I can't fucking believe it. Crazy. So that'll be here soon, and I'll probably use it on way more shit than it needs to be on. It's going to be on probably every single beat I make for the next fucking 9 years, just because it's a Daniel Johnston Don't Overthink Shit pedal. You guys can't see. There's no way for me to get this out right now, but under my feet I have a giant rug that is a picture of Hey Arnold, except where his hat is supposed to be, his brain is leaking out of his head, and there's clouds behind him, and it says Don't Overthink Shit. I have certain clothing items and certain hats and shit and stuff that have been made only one of one, just certain items that I wanted to make, kind of bootleg shit. It's cool to me, man. It's like, I never thought I'd have a brand. I never thought I'd have like a mantra. I never thought there'd be a thing like dots that I'd want to put on everything. So whenever anybody asks me, like, it's not like I'm buying a chain. It's not like I'm putting decals on my car. Whenever people are like, yo, do you have something you want to put on this? Is there a name you want etched into the back of this thing? Da, 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 da. When I'm building a synth, it's like, yo, do you want me to draw anything on it? Blah, blah, blah. I'm always just like, damn, put dots on it. And I have all this shit now in my studio that I look at, and it's just like, there's this one thing that somebody made. Like, remember the Doom figure? He has a little secret dots, like tattoo on one part. Remember the Doom figure that my homie made me? I took it out of the studio. It's too delicate. I don't want it to get fucked up. You know what? So remember that shot? I'd have to unarchive it on my Insta. You remember? I posted that Doom figure that my homie made, and then Doom commented on it. You remember that shit? Who remembers that? The top comment on the Insta was Doom. Thinking about that now is fun. Yeah, dunks, exactly. King Jessica knows that's what he wrote. He wrote dunks, because my homie made me an action figure, an MF Doom action figure, all made out of magnets, and you could like detach the top from the bottom. You could take the head off, but he put Doom wearing MF Doom dunks. And then he reposted my Insta story, and then he commented on it, and he just wrote dunks. Imagine getting a fucking Insta comment from Doom. I can't believe that shit happened. Someone said, Kenny, you look so fine today. Thank you. I mean, I'm just glowing because I'm talking about this Doom shit. Fucking A. Do y'all know that? Might as well tell you this now. There's no reason not to. That whole couple months when I was making Blazer Core, I don't know how I started the conversation or how the conversation started. I don't think it was through Steven. I don't think it was a Thundercat thing. It might have been, but I had gotten contact with Sadiq from Rhymesayers, who was Doom's manager. And when I was making all that Blazer Core stuff and all those beats at that time and all that stuff with Vicky and Corey and Monty and just random ideas, all in fucking the middle of the pandemic, wearing masks and shit in the sessions, I took a lot of those beats and I sent them to Sadiq from Rhymesayers just months before Doom died. And it's not some shit where I would never care to press the issue or to go ask or whatever, but like, I wonder if Doom heard them beats, you know? I don't want to know the answer, because if the answer is no, whatever. If the answer is yes, doesn't matter anyway. But like, I had sent all these beats to Sadiq from Rhymesayers, and he was hitting me back being like, yo, yeah, da da da. I was like, man, I would just love to do something with him. He was just so cool. Everything he said was just like so positive and so cool. I was like, man, I wonder if he heard them beats. I just wonder. It was like months before he passed. It was a couple months, because remember, we found out he passed 3 months before that. So it was only a couple months before he must have been too sick to listen to anything, or too busy to listen to anything. But I always wonder, you know what I mean? I always wonder. He was commenting on my shit, dog. Like, he commented on my shit a couple times. This shit was fucking crazy to me. I know it's just a comment. Comments don't mean shit. Could be somebody who works for them. Da-da-da-da-da. If you get DM'd by certain artists, you might think it's them. It might just be the fucking team or some label. So you never know. But still, Doom was commenting on my fucking shit. I just wonder if he heard the beats. I wonder if he heard Unlocked. You know? That's how I met Madlib. Like, I met Madlib playing him Denzel shit at Electric Lady in New York. I met Madlib for the first time inside Electric Lady in New York City. It's crazy. And I played him a Denzel song. It was right before Unlocked dropped. I played him Diet. First 5 minutes I met Madlib, I played him Diet. Crazy. I wonder. You never know. There's so many people I've been thinking about lately who it's like, you don't realize, just because now it's 2022 and people who were making music in 1990s feel like legends from a long time ago. But like, do you know that Lauryn Hill is 46 years old? Lauryn Hill is in her mid-40s. That's fucking crazy to me. Like, one of the most legendary producers, songwriters. Lauryn Hill is only 46 years old. You know how much more music
we could potentially get. Like, Lauryn Hill is 46 years old. D'Angelo is still very much here. And from what some people on the internet say, making music somewhere. It took him 7 years between the first two albums and 11 years between Voodoo and Messiah. So maybe we have a couple more years left. Like, Lauryn Hill is 46 years old. She might be here till she's fucking 100. She might not even be halfway.
Nothing matters.
Thank you, First Thessalonian with the 10 subs. One of our biggest gifters ever. Another damn Bob gifting subs. Thank you, everybody being generous. Appreciate you. That's fucking crazy. Like, Stevie Wonder is still here. Brian Wilson still makes music. Brian Wilson. Like, Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys is still making music. He's 80, but he's still making music. Brian Wilson. What the fuck? That shit is so crazy. Stevie Wonder is just making music. You can still just make a song with Stevie Wonder. It's fucking... Someone said, Kenny, you got to make music till you're 100. Oh, my God. 100%. I feel like I'm going to die from smoking weed before then, but, like, I'm 100%. Someone said Bob Dylan's on tour right now. That is so fucking crazy. Like, because when you think about someone who was making music in 1992, you're like, wow, that's a legend. Da-da-da. You don't realize, like, bro, some of the biggest... Paul McCartney's just out here. Like, someone said Stevie Wonder got the Glock ready. What the fuck does that mean? Someone said Neil Young's on Spotify right now. No, well, you haven't been keeping up. Unbelievable. Someone said Damon. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, Jessica. Like, Damon got really popular in the 2000s, and it feels like, well, that's a legend. It is. But, like, Smokey Robinson you could make a song with Smokey Robinson still. You ever wonder that? Like, why are people's albums not, like, why is Lauryn Hill not on somebody's album? You know, that's the feature. If I was, like, the biggest artist in the world, it'd be like, I need a fucking song with Lauryn Hill. Maybe this is just me. If I was Adele, I would just be like, I'm trying to make a Lauryn Hill D'Angelo song, and I'll pay $100 million. Like, this is why it's gonna be fucked up if I end up ever having, like, too much money. If I end up ever having, like, hundreds of millions of dollars, because I'm gonna be down to do the dumbest shit. Like, if someone could promise me that I could produce Stevie Wonder, Lauryn Hill, D'Angelo, and even just like one song for any of them, I'm giving up $100 million. 100. Who I got to pay? Who do I have to pay? Like all the labels, in stock or some shit. What do you want? Crypto? I'll give so let's say I have $100 million and $20,000. And they're like, Kenny, for $100 million, you can do a Lauryn Hill album right now, you and Lauryn Hill together. She going to co-produce her, you just kind of going to be there, like, engineering. And then I will give you $100 million and $15,000. I just, that $5,000 will make it stretch. I got a lot of friends. These people are still around. What does it take? What's it going to take? Is it going to take all my money? Do I have to give you 95% of the money that I have to my name? I'll make that shit back. If y'all can arrange me to give up all of my net worth for us to get a D'Angelo album, I'm giving that shit up. I'm giving it up. D'Angelo, he's going to drop next week. Start the fucking GoFundMe. That shit is, I can't believe it's possible. I just wonder what we got to do. Like, what do we got? Like, you can't rush greatness. But how the fuck do we get a J. Paul album, a D'Angelo album, a Lauryn Hill album, a Stevie Wonder album, a Paul McCartney album, a Brian Wilson album in 2023? What do we got to, like, we got to extort Jeff Bezos. We got to do something crazy. No offense, Twitch, Amazon, whoever's watching. This is for the great of art. Someone said we need an Erykah Badu, J. Cole song. Can you get the fuck out of here? What the hell are you talking about? What? Anyway.
We need a what? All right. I just got a word that I need to stop yelling about all this stuff, and my meeting is starting in 1 minute because it's almost 6 p.m. and I have a meeting at 6 p.m. I love y'all so much. Have a great night. I hope you enjoyed this emotional cook-up. I hope you enjoyed both streams today. I hope you enjoy the Discord while I'm gone. Please go download the new subscriber rewards. Please say thank you to all these generous gifters and all these great people in the chat. There might be a fucking legend in one of those studios tonight in the voice chats. There might be a legend that you're just talking to in the Discord right now that in 5 years you're going to be like, oh my God, I used to know that person's screen name. Now they're the biggest artist in the world. You never know. Show each other some love. Show each other some respect. I will see you soon. Get in the Discord if you've never been in there. Thank you, everybody who subbed tonight. Show each other some damn respect. Call your parents. Call your friends. Flicko, I see you. Mods, thank you. Don'tOverthinkShit.com. I think that's it. All right, bye. Bye. 6 p.m. Bye.